Another long overdue upgrade. Stubby bumper and winch. Finally. I went with Turn Offroad for the bumper, and FedEx did their best to try to destroy it in shipping. Thanks, guys. Packing was superb. This steel bumper is 3 to 5 millimeter steel. It has a bull bar and a skid plate, and the factory fog lights drop in with minor modifications. This thing can be a one-person job. I did it by myself, and I actually sat the bumper on a wooden crate in front of the Jeep, and I was able to slide it into place. The skid plate's kind of heavy, and being on my back and having it on top of me was no fun, and this would have been better with two people, although doable. My Badland winch will go in with the bull bar on the bumper. I did it with it off just to see if it could be done that way as well. If you'd like to skip ahead to the installation of the bumper, you can skip this part with the bookmarks in the description. Removing the trim clips on the stock bumper are pretty easy. There's some along the back of the bumper and two on top. You'll need to remove the plastic skid plate at the bottom as well in order to get to the bolts securing the bumper to the frame. There is a bolt on either back corner of the skid plate and a series of trim clips along the front edge of this plastic thing as well that you'll need to remove. The metal skid plate is removable with two bolts here, and it pops off. This is the fog light connection, which will need to be removed to get the factory fog lights out. And you'll actually have to pull that out of the frame, the plug, to have enough room to plug it into your fog lights once the new bumper is installed. I use an impact wrench long socket with a flexible adapter. So getting the old bumper off is super easy if you have one of these plastic things. So now you'll need to take the trim clips off the inside of the plastic bumper to remove the fog lights. I have the LED factory fog lights, and so I'll need to remove the trim clips and also the metal inner liner of the bumper itself to expose the wiring where it's attached. Here I've popped off the clips, and there's the fog light, attached by 4 little screws, and the wire goes behind the metal plate that's actually the structure of the bumper. And the bumper is still covered in powder from shipping, so that's not all scratched up. So anyway, you can see the plates they have for the fog lights. They have some adapters for different types of fog lights. You'll need to drill the screw holes out to 5 millimeters to accept the included hardware. A lot of the nuts and washers in this bumper are hard to get to be able to thread them on. You can get a wrench in there, but it helps to tape the nut and washer together to the wrench to get them started. I couldn't get my hand back there to thread them on. And the wiring I decided to cover with 1/2-inch split loom and run it under the winch plate, so it would go above the skid plate but under the winch plate. I have not put the split loom on the wire yet, and I have not positioned the wire under the winch plate yet. I'll show the split loom in just a second. I also used that 1/2-inch split loom to cover my winch wires as I ran them up toward my battery. So securing the bumper, I just slid it on from the wooden box it was supported on, and I torqued this to spec. Be sure to check your manual and the instructions for those values. Here's the split loom. I wire tied it loosely to the sides so the winch didn't pinch it when I put it in there, but when the winch is in place, it fits pretty snug in here, and it'll keep the wires out of the way by itself. Here's the fog light plug that I said you had to unplug from the frame, because since the fog lights sit more in the center of the bumper, that wire would be a little too tight if you left it attached to the frame where it previously was sitting. And now's a good time to have your helper put on the fair lead.
Way on.
This bumper is easier to install if you put the bull bar on it before you put the bumper on the Jeep, but I decided to do it without. You can put the winch in with the bull bar in place. You just have to hurdle it, but there's plenty of room front to back to get it in there. And as you can see, it fits pretty well. Now the Badland winch, the power cable comes off the back and it'll go straight into the grill. Most people relocate this, and that's basically what I've done, have it coming off the side where the connections are. And I'll show you roughly how I did that in a few moments. So you can see with the bull bar in place, you can service your winch and swap it out, no problem. It does not get in the way. The front two bolts for the bull bar actually go into threaded inserts, which is super nice. So you can screw those down and not have to cram your hand in there. For the rest of them, I was able to get a wrench in there, but I had to kind of fish it around. You do have to use the open end of the wrench because there's not enough clearance below. It'll make sense when you do it, but if you put the closed ratcheting end of the wrench in there, once you tighten the nut down, you won't be able to get it out. Here I've taped the nut to the washer again to help me actually thread those on. Okay, so on the Badland winch, the power comes out there typically. I've moved it over to this side. So basically, when you take the top of the winch off, you can bend that power connection so it's out of the way. Some people drill a hole in that metal part in the top of the winch, but I decided to make it fit next to the connections and just kind of cut the side out of the plastic trim piece that goes over that. And I think it works really well. I sealed up the gaps afterwards with black RTV. So I'm having to skim off that piece there. I tried drilling some holes, that didn't work, so I decided to go with the Dremel and just cut kind of an arc out of the side of it, which that was the way to do it. There's still a piece of plastic behind this that will protect the wire from the connection for the winch itself. Okay, I'll just need to clean that up, and I think that's going to work pretty well. I'll clean that up with a burr. That'll be nice and smooth. And let's just see. Let's check this out. All right, so I'm pretty much going to have to go all the way up to the top here to clear that. But I think we're in good shape. The only thing contacting the plastic is the wire loom, so that's not going to cause any chafing. So routing the wires up to the battery, I did not remove the grill. I just sent them through the channel up here, removed the screw up here by the airbox, and then ran the wires to the battery itself. You can see the wire loom in place. That's 1/2 inch, and I used the cutoff switch supplied by Harbor Freight with the winch. And moving on to the skid plate. This is a nice hefty piece of steel. They have some inserts here that you put into these ovals to secure the back corner bolts of the skid plate. And there's a series of bolts that go on the junction between the bumper and the front of the skid plate. These are the bolts for the back corners. And these are the bolts for the front. You'll have to fish some nuts and washers up there. Again, taping them was handy for that step as well. And now's a great time to throw some shackles on the front. And I'm putting on my Flat Link Pro with rope guard. I have a video on this I put out ages ago when I thought I was actually going to put my bumper on the Jeep, but here we go. Link in the upper corner and also in the description. And don't forget, you'll need to tension your winch line before you actually use it. I love this bumper. We'll just see how it holds up over time, but from what I see with working with this bumper now, it's going to be a beast. So just comparing the clearances to stock with the plastic bumper, you can see that you actually gain a little clearance on the bottom. And the overall bumper is probably about 2 inches longer than stock, but that's definitely not a big deal. So here you can see the measurements for the new bumper. So far, I love this front bumper, and I'm pretty sure that Turn Offroad is going to be getting another order from me for the back bumper.